Here in the Waters Bath Design and Sales Center, we're going through the installation of the 212 overflow filling system. It's universal and can be installed as a waste overflow only or an overflow filler with the swapping of just 2 parts. Installation is simple. In addition to the contents of the box, you may need a small flathead screwdriver, a plastic pipe cutter, and a touch of silicone grease. Part 1. Prepare parts. Before connecting anything, take the time to remove all the parts from the packaging. Check you have all the parts listed in the instructions and that there's no damage. Some elements are pre-assembled to save time. Part 2. Assemble the components. The components for the upper section are the inlet assembly, a U-shaped overflow gasket, the overflow grate housing, a securing bolt, and the overflow cover cap. The lower section consists of the waste housing and trap, the waste grate, and a domed waste cover cap. An elbow pipe joins the 2 sections together. The system has been supplied in the box ready to go as an overflow only. If you wish to use it as an overflow filler attached to a mixing valve, now is the best time to make that change by swapping the blanking plug and cap. If not, you can skip the next minute or so. Part 3. Swapping the blanking plug and cap. First, remove the retaining clip from the inlet assembly and the red plastic bung. Then insert the flexible inlet hose and reconnect the retaining clip to keep the hose in place. Now, swap out the blanking cap in the overflow grate housing for the filter aerator. Unscrew the fixing screw using a flathead screwdriver. Insert the filter extraction tool in the 2 slots in the filling outlet until it clicks. Then pull to remove the blanking cap. Then insert the filter aerator, taking care the O-ring seal is at the top and that the screw hole is facing towards the front. A touch of silicone grease around the O-ring will make the fit easier. Pushing the filter aerator until the holes line up and it's flush at the bottom. Now you can reinsert the screw, but take care not to over-tighten, as this may deform the outlet and impede water flow. Finally, remove the brass bung from the end of the flexible inlet hose. It's now an overflow filler and ready to be connected to a mixing valve. Part 4. Getting ready to connect to the bath. Whether you're installing 212 as an overflow only or overflow filler, the next few steps are the same. Assemble the inner upper parts by connecting the flexor tube to the inlet assembly. A bit of silicone grease may make it fit easier. These parts will slide up and down to provide height adjustment. Now attach the waste housing and trap to the other end of the elbow by removing the threaded ring and seal and pushing the pipe into the waste housing as far as possible. You can now line the assembly up to the bath waste and overflow holes. If it doesn't line up exactly, you'll need to trim the elbow at one or both ends using your pipe cutter. Remember to leave some adjustment in the pipe. If it's not long enough, we can supply an extension tube. Once adjusted for height and depth, check the assembly of the elbow to waste seals and place the threaded ring and seal over the pipe. Tighten the threaded ring to ensure a watertight seal. You're now ready to attach it to the bath. Firstly, pull the upper lip of the U-shaped overflow gasket through the overflow hole. Make sure the seal sits securely on both sides. Then position the waste and trap under the waste hole of the bath and pull the gasket through so it sits on both sides. Take the metal waste grate with its seal and insert it through the bath into the waste housing. Tighten to create a waterproof seal with the waste removal tool supplied in the box. Once the waste assembly is secured, you're ready to connect the overflow. Line up the inner overflow assembly and seal with the U-shaped overflow gasket, and gently push the overflow grate housing through the bath and into the internal overflow assembly. A touch of silicone grease will help make it easier to fit. Insert the securing bolt and tighten using the upper part of the waste removal tool. take care not to over-tighten. Check you're happy with the position of the overflow and waste and that they're centrally mounted and symmetrical. Now open your color kit, which includes the overflow cover cap and domed waste cover from a choice of 12 colors. Snap the overflow cover onto the overflow grate housing and thread the domed waste cap onto the waste piston. You're now ready to make plumbing connections. Part 5. Connect it to your plumbing. Now that everything is assembled and connected, it's time to plumb it all in. Connect the waste outlet to your wastewater pipe. Rotate the trap assembly to line up with your waste pipe. If you have 43mm waste pipe, use the step-up adapter and secure it using solvent weld. Apply the solvent and push in the pipe. If you're using 41mm pipe, remove the step-up adapter and feed the threaded ring and seal over your waste pipe. Then screw it in to make it watertight. If you have installed your 212 system as an overflow filler, you can now connect the mixed water to the flexible inlet hose. Part 6. Testing. Before you finally install your bath, check it's level and that the outer skirt is 3mm off the floor. You can now test for leaks. Half fill the bath, leaving it for a while to check for leakage around the lower assembly. You can use Blue Roll to make leaks more visible. If there are no leaks, fill the bath the rest of the way to check the upper assembly and overflow. Be sure to check all the way along the pipework. If you do find any leaks, tighten the relevant connection points. Once you're satisfied that there are no leaks around the assemblies, drain the bath a little and check that there are no leaks around the waste pipe. If there are none, you can now drain the bath fully and check again to see if it leaks under the heavier flow. You're now ready to complete the final fitting of the bath. That covers everything you need to install your new 212 overflow filling system. We've also made a short video with care and maintenance tips to ensure its long, trouble-free life. In the event of any issues now or in the future, please don't hesitate to contact your approved retailer or reach out to us directly through our website. Thanks for watching.